Hello again, everyone. Welcome again to this another one of my vlog. Um, as you all know, it's the fall time in America. Most states now we're now getting cold weather, so our plants are not doing so good. It's like sending an animal to the slaughterhouse. This is the saddest time of my life every year because this time is when all the plants die, all the trees lose their leaves, and it make me really sad. You know, back home in Jamaica, summer all year around, you plant your flowers, and if you see them getting a little droopy, you can always pick up the soil around the roots, put a little fertilizer and or a manure. We don't normally fertilize flowers there, but put a little manure around the root and they're good to go again. Water them, pick off the dead leaves, and they just spring right back up. But here, they're beautiful for 3 months and then boom, they die. So I'm really sad in my heart. I cannot bring all my plants inside the house. If I could save all of them, trust me, I would save them. However, I'm going to make up a little stand in my shed outside and see how best I can store them for the winter. Hopefully, some of them will come back next year. If I can also put a like a space eater in there to keep them. I just hate to see things die. And in my garden, most of what I have in my garden, even if they're not perennial, they're annuals, they do come back. Some of the annuals, because I pad my garden with a lot of mulch each year, so that allows some of them to come right back. But I'm really sad to see my plants die every year. So this one that I have here, I brought it in to save it. It's a two plants in one pot. I am just hoping and praying. Not the change of climate from outside in the cold, because they've been out there. It's been getting cold for a couple of weeks now, and the cold weather outside to coming inside where it's much warmer. I'm not sure if they're gonna keep their leaves or what's gonna happen, but for now, just hanging in there to see what happens. And if I try to experiment and it works, then next year I'll prepare better for my plants. But I always bring plants in every year, but they never really do good. But this year, what I try to do is trick the temperature in the house. For now, I keep it's kind of chilly inside here. In the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room, I kind of keep it chilly. And in the guest room upstairs where I have other plants, I try to keep it chilly also. So see if I can actually trick them in believing that they're still outside and it's not too hot, it's not too cold, and keep it mediocre just to save my plants. They're my babies. So here's this one right here. I just love this plant. I bought this plant at Home Depot, and it was one pot. Actually, it came in this very pot. And from this one pot, I got 3 plants out of it. Is it 3 or is it 4? I think it's 3. This one that I had on the back deck, and 2 more that I have in planters in the front yard. So, and I also, ouch, I think I just broke this one. And also I put this in it for it to look flush. So hopefully my plant will live to see another season. Hopefully, guys, I'm just praying that it live to see another season. So let's go outside and I'll show you the final life of some of what is out there that's gonna go and is not gonna come back next year. So these two, see, See, it starts to burn down because of the cold. I just don't have enough space inside to save these this year. So I am really, really sad. There you go. Look how beautiful they are. And unfortunately, I just cannot take them all in to save them. How beautiful is that? This is just so sad that I have to let them die. That is just super, super sad. I cannot keep them inside. And these ones here is two of the ones that I have that the one I showed you inside was that I bought at Home Depot, and I split it into two, and one is here. Look how beautiful this is. Look at that. Look how beautiful this baby is, and it is going to die. Then I put, I think these are called, I'm not even sure, to tell you the truth. I really don't study the name of plants, so I'm not really sure what it's called. I just know that I love them, and I plant them out, mix and matching them, and that's what they look like. It's the sun on the leaf where it looks like it's yellow. It's actually all green. And here's the other one. This one is taking a beating early. Now, yeah, here's the other one. So I bought one pot and I split it in two, and look how big it is. I just took it out, and there were three little ones, two little ones coming up on the side, and I cut them out and made 3 pots of it out of 2, and then I plant these in there so they didn't look, for it to have company. And then I bought these, and these ones now I didn't take out of the pan. These are hibiscus. I didn't transplant them, so they're still in the little pots that I bought them in. So these I'm going to take inside and put them on my kitchen window and see if I can keep them safe. Those are tropical plants, so they surely will not survive in the cold weather. But so sad that they're gonna all pass. So this is what my garden looks like now. It's all dying down because it's cold and nothing is blossoming. My window plants are just barely holding up, and look at those. My chrysanthemums are not even blossoming. I don't know what's going on this year, but the mums are not doing so great. A few flowers on them, nothing much. This one isn't bad at all. It has a great much blossoms. This one, not so great. It's not even sending out anything so much. But this is my favorite. This thing blossoms. It is so beautiful. But look at it. Look at it. These ones won't come back, as I think these ones are annuals. But if I had a warm place to keep them, I'm sure next year they would come right back. But can't save everything. And look at my other chrysanthemum over here. Look how beautiful this is. Look at this mum. Look how beautiful this chrysanthemum is. Oh my gosh. Look how beautiful this mum is in this planter. So right by the side of the house. And it is so beautiful. But unfortunately, again, I will not be able to save it. So these ones I have transplanted also and put them in this pot over here by the gate. In this pot by the gate, and I won't be able to save them, but this is also beautiful. This is just so nice. Because I don't study plants, I do not know the name. Sometimes there's the little stickers in the pots that tells the name of them, but I just buy them and put them in the ground and nurture them. But I've never tried to remember or study the names of them. These ones here too. This is a nice pot here, and I won't be able to save it either. So this is also gonna die because there the leaves are turning yellow at some parts already. Look how beautiful it is. But as I say, I will not be able to save it. That's just a huge pot, and I don't know if you remember on one of my videos that I posted the making of this pot. So that's how big this plant is right now. It has covered the pot all around. There you go. It is covering it. It's just beautiful. Look at that. But I will not be able to save them. So it's 2 pots. It's over here. See, it's dying because it's getting cold. So the mornings are really chilly. So the cold is gonna burn them down. So there they are. There they are. Just so sad that I won't be able to save them. And again, this was one of the pots that I featured on one of my other videos. So the plants I put in have really covered them. Totally covered them. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. And they've lost a lot of blossoms because it's also getting cold. And this is not gonna come back next year, and unfortunately I cannot save it either. It was a patient of mine at the hospital who got this plant, and she was such a nice person, and when she left it behind, and they were about to throw it out. It was in a tiny little pot with about 3 leaves on it. I took it home and I planted it in a bigger pot, and this is the outcome. It has 1 flower under here that, oh my lord, the children really messes these up this year. Look at this. Look how pretty those blossoms are, and the children just break them. Not my children, of course. They're old enough to know that I would get them for it. But of course, my tenants' children, look at that, all broken and just laying down. But I'm gonna try and save it. This one here, it blossoms. It hasn't started blossoming yet. Look at this little one in the ground, how beautiful it is. And it's not gonna come back next year. This one has already blossomed and the blooms are gone. I can also post the names of each of the plants in the description below. This was a tiny little one. It's been here for about 3 years in the ground. I took it out of the ground about 2 months ago because it wasn't doing well. It was just like 2 leaves on it, tiny, and I put it in the pot, and lo and behold, this is the outcome. Look how much it has grown in like about 6 weeks in the pot. There's another one of my window plant. It's green, but it's not flowering because it's cold. It's cold now, so it's not flowering. And this one is so beautiful. This is called it's a species of hibiscus also. Hibiscus machutus or something like that. I don't see. Don't have my glasses on either to see. So this is perennial. It comes back every year. I just planted it, as you can see. It's still in the pot. I just bought it like 3 months or 2 months ago. So it's still in the pot. Didn't get much blossom because I bought it late in the season. And this one is another one of the potted ones. Look how pretty that is. Hanging all the way to the ground. It's hanging all the way to the ground. Wow. And this should blossom, this tree. So it's a tree in a flower pot. This should start blossoming at the beginning of the year. I think it's some kind of cherry plant, I think it is. I am not sure. So I think this one is called Calibraska. This one here is called Calibraska. I think that's what then it is. It's how it's pronounced. Trying to pronounce it. Calibraska. I think it's pronounced. So that's about it. My garden looked dreary. Nothing is blooming now. All my black-eyed Susan has lost their blossoms. They were beautiful. Only one little one is left there. See? My black-eyed Susan is gone. My sage, they're not blossoming either because they're out of season now. So that's it for the sage. Everything is dying, and my rock garden I started, I did not get finished, but hopefully next summer I'll get to finish this side of my fence. Here are all my lumbers that I bought for it. I didn't get to set up my fountain. There's another one of the chrysanthemum, just barely sending out blossoms. Fortunately, they do come back next year, so that is not too bad. At least those come back next year. So what I'm gonna do now is do a little watering on the plants. My garden, my whole yard, I got rid of most of the grass this year to put in some sod. I haven't gotten around to it. Time doesn't wait on anyone. It dies down fast. And now that it's getting to the winter, look at that. I have to put a sprinkler system in. This is also black-eyed Susan. It's going down. Or I think it is some same species, but maybe by a different name. That's my Japanese sage. Just a few blossoms on it. It's going also. My black-eyed Susans, they're all going. They're gone. And this was given to me by one of my co-workers. I don't even know the name of it, but I like it. The blossoms are really nice. Really nice. So that's about it. That's about it that I have in the garden this year. The plants take a lot of time to nurture and take care of, and when you don't have enough time, you know, your plants suffer. And I do not have a lot of time on my hand to do my planting and stuff like that. So that's all what it is. That's all what it is now. Not a lot of time on my hand for my plants, but I just love, love, love this. And let me show you my callaloo bed and my tomato plants and my pepper plants in the backyard. So here's my first my tomato plants. 3 tomato plants, but this is what the winter does to them. All dried up, all drying down. That's what it looks like. All drying down now. Still have a few on it. Not that they'll ever come to maturity. I've gotten a lot from it, but yeah, you're gonna lose some in the end. Oh wow, look here. I didn't even know my peppers. This one only gave me 1 pepper. Now that it's getting cold, it's when it's sending out blossom to bear more peppers, which is not gonna happen because it's too cold. And this one gave me 1 already, and I'm now seeing 3 or 4 more on it right now. So I got peppers. At least I don't regret it too much this year that I didn't get no peppers. Look at this one. Oh, bell peppers. And here's another tiny little one. So what I am gonna do to save them is put plastic over them. I'm gonna pull a clear garbage bag over them where the sun can still go through it. You can still get the sunlight and keep the chill off of them so they can come to maturity. Oh, look at these. Oh, 3 under here. 3 more bell peppers. They're tiny, but they're coming. So I'm gonna put some water on them. And guys, this was my callaloo bed. Now I can't even cut no more of these callaloos because now they're old. Look at that. Now they're old. So these, all I can do for these now is take off the seeds and take the seeds off and try to have some of them to planting next year, because it's not gonna work out for eating for the rest of the year. That's it for callaloo consumption for the year. Okay, so there you have it. My garden is on. My backyard is still a mess. I'm working on it. I'm sure you see another videos where I was doing the paving of the backyard, and this is what it looked like now. That's what it is. This is what I paved off on that video that I did. I had my umbrella and my table set up. Now I have to clear all these away because it's getting cold, but that's what the backyard patching turned out to be. Oh, don't mind me, I spilled paint right there. Messes up the whole thing. So I have to clear away all of this because I did so much work, outside work back here, that there's not even much to show you guys. But it will look better next year, trust me. Next year I won't have these projects to do that I did this year on the backyard. I had so much to do this year. My hands were tied, but I'll get rid of some of these. Now I have, how pretty is this? So also hibiscus blossoming. Here's a late blossom hibiscus. It's pretty. Late blossom. And look how much of them are coming up. Late blossom. And this one over here, it's purple. How pretty is that? And this rose it's one of those running roses that it climbs the fences. It was over in the neighbor's yard, or between the fence, between me and my neighbor, and I saw it coming through the fence, and this is what I did. I put it on a stand, I braced it, and I put an old bench in front of it just to give it, oh my gosh, you guys should have seen it when it had blossomed. It was so beautiful. I think I still have another picture of it. Can also post for you to see it. So there you have it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of my videos. Share, like, and comment. God bless you guys.